Elina Cerla, and it really is a pleasure to be able to welcome the new turning year with you all. I'd like to start by welcoming this turning year by talking about change and fluidity as something to celebrate and not fear. A new year, a cyclical turning that we've all been waiting for, a long-awaited end and beginning that shows how strongly we grasp at the symbolic turns of our rituals of new beginnings, shedding and resurgence like a caterpillar emerging from its cocoon, transformed and ready to fly. And yet this last year has been one of stops and starts, of cyclical turns faltering, of burnt wings and molten wax melted by the heat of our collective dreams and frustrations and the frictions in between. My starting words today are, as you may have realized, veering into the messy realm of sticky suggestivity. The dialogues will never be about passive listening, but be an invitation to play with ideas, to play with the scorching sun and see where our questioning and discomfort and care take us together. An invitation to grow and learn and change together. Thank you all for being such an important part of that journey. Thank you to all of our speakers whose generosity has made these conversations spark and scintillate and ignite our curiosity. Thank you to Jay Kazri, aka Joffrey, for his constant support and conceptual rigor and playful questioning. Thank you to Guy Kinnear, who has joined us to breathe new thoughts and ideas into the space by helping coordinate and moderate sessions. Thank you to all of our Patreon supporters who may not realize how fundamental their support has been to the longevity of these conversations. And once again, thank you to all of our participants, all of you who help flame the burning campfire where we listen to and tell new tales. Thank you all for being such an integral part of this journey. A journey that has lasted through this strange and stalling year, full of hope and expectation, and then acceptance of things as they are. A long year and a short year. Time flies when you're having fun. But scientists also show that time flies when our days are void of different activities and memorable events. Meeting people, going out and gathering, exchanging ideas and moments, taking time to walk and talk. And yet the last almost 2 years have seen our choices reduced and our temporal stream condense and compact until I, at least, I'm no longer sure if yesterday was 12 hours, 12 days, or 12 months away, nor if tomorrow is here or far. Our human brains experience time through difference. We experience pretty much everything thanks to difference. And yet we construct worlds of comfort on shared commonalities that over time morph into hegemonic exclusion zones. Some too have been designed as such, foundations that resist change and strain against the call of questioning. We then reach a cracking point where our structures no longer hold us. They topple, and in the ruins, the glimmers of hope become easily instrumentalized by extremisms. As we glimpse into our inevitable undoing, already magically weaving a new doing, I think about programmed obsolescence. In the realm of commodities based on the exploitation of natural resources, this programmed obsolescence is of course toxic, literally and unnecessarily seeping the chemical byproducts of our industry back into the soil that feeds our plasticized veins. But in our collective structures, predicated on encounter, exchange, and common ground, the petrification of thought is a violence, and suddenly programmed obsolescence suggests a way forward. an institutionalized and self-reflexive ability to recode and renegotiate whenever necessary, change and fluidity, a dream in which our inculcated fear of fluidity is not cemented over and fixed, where we don't entomb ourselves in our visions past and obsolete. If we program questioning and obsolescence into our very core, into our institutions and our authorities, the need for adaptation becomes a chance to change, a celebration of growth and learning and new beginnings. Let me pause for a second. I'd like to share one of my most profound moments of learning from 2021. It may seem forgettably obvious when explained, but there is, for me at least, a huge difference between understanding and truly somatico-conceptually comprehending, a palpable understanding that seeps through your pores to fill you and seems so profoundly necessary that it recodes your very being. It started with one word: normal. Our speech is filled with concepts of normal and not normal. Normal being mapped onto that average and densely populated range in the middle of a belled curve of distribution. You know, that hat-shaped graph that creates a hill in the middle with tapering slopes at either side. The values that are the sparse outliers on the edges of the hat-like structure of our world correlated with the not normal. What a profound mistake in our conception of the world, which rips continually into us's and them's. As mistaken as neoclassicism's whitewashing of culture and history, one day I suddenly saw normal as it really was. Normal distribution is the whole hat with its flattened rims. Normal isn't the middle, but the outliers and all. And any conception of normal that focuses on the most frequent, the majority, is a world that has willingly amputated its limbs and reaching hands. And I'd like my hands to be instruments of touch and caress and dexterous tools to hold ourselves in collective unison. Carrying with me a fuller notion of what it is for us to be, I felt changed and enriched. And very briefly, full circle back to time and difference. This year, with a flattening of our sense of time and normal, we have been left floundering and flagging. Fear as a powerful media tool has fueled strange extremes and fanned the flames of our polarizations. All years and all new years are uncertain for those who can't magically foresee time unfold. And as a start to this uncertain year, I'd like to invite you all to embrace a sense of openness and generosity, of play and care, change and fluidity, and of course, of curiosity and empathy towards growth and the new. Welcome once again to a new year of Dialogues for Artists in a Changing World. Let's play.